This is the first time I have gone live on YouTube, and it's been a while since I have posted on YouTube. So I'm trying to get back into YouTube land, okay? Posting more and doing more videos and trying to make YouTube my primary platform. That's my goal anyway. I'm just doing an impromptu makeup tutorial tonight. I'm looking for people like me that are mature, have mature skin, whatever issues you have. Do you have wrinkles? Do you have fine lines? Do you have really dark under eyes? Do you have age spots? Do you have dark spots? All of those things are normal for mature skin. They're normal. You're not going to get around it. And anyway, you do not have to just stop wearing makeup because you think it just doesn't matter. It does, okay? You can put makeup on even with those skin imperfections. We can tweak it a little bit, and I promise you, you put makeup on and you're going to feel so much better about yourself, about the way you look and about the way you feel. So, I'm going to start with eyes tonight. I'm using a little bit, by the way, all I have on is, I did my skin prep and I put my eyebrows on because they take a little bit of time. I'm going to use a little eye primer by Milani eyeshadow primer. And we are just going to go ahead and put this right on here. I noticed this morning that I must have scratched my eyelid or something, because if you can see right here, of course the primer just about covered it up, but I have a dark purple kind of spot right there. We're going to just cover that up with a little bit of eyeshadow primer, and we're going to get to eyes first, okay? I'm putting on, I'm going to go with these colors right here. I had them in my compact. I used them a couple days ago. We're just demonstrating, so we're going to start with those. And that means to start first, this is going to be a very peachy colored eye look, okay? And so yeah, I'm starting with this shade right here, which I don't have my shade names. I believe this is Leo. This is Leo eyeshadow that I'm putting on. Just kind of putting it up high because I have hooded eyes. So if I'm just looking straight on at you, if I didn't have it up higher than my normal crease, you wouldn't even be able to see it. Okay? So we're starting with Leo on the eyes. If you are not familiar with me and you're hopping on, my name is Mindy. My channel is Mindy Over 50. I named it because that's who I'm trying to reach. I should say that is my, my target audience, okay? I wanted to reach women like me that don't have the best skin. We didn't take care of it. I didn't take care of it when I was younger, in my younger days. I might mention I am 68, and so yeah, I'm kind of making up for the damage that was caused back when, back in my teenage years. Did not wear sunscreen, laid out at the beach, that kind of stuff. So yes, okay, now I'm going to kind of take my eyes, have an emphasis on the outside of my eyes, And to do that, I'm gonna use a little bit just of tape here. It just kind of helps me a little bit to stay where I need to. Okay, and I'm using a little flat brush like so. It's just flat like this. There it is. Flat, flat topped. I'm touching it once. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it on the bottom, but I'm going to just bring this straight up. What I'm doing is I'm just following that bottom line and kind of bringing that out a little bit. Like a little wing, yes. I don't do this often, and I almost never use eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. It just is, if you can see how my eye, the top of it just comes right down. It's so hooded and touches the tip of my eyelashes. So I try to avoid any eyeliner that's on top because that space is almost used up anyway. There's just not much space there at all. So what I generally do is I start with, and I did put this on too, I start with a little gel pencil. This is a Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. It's my favorite pencil that I like to use. It comes in all kinds of colors, black, brown, gray, whatever. I take this and I just kind of tight line in among my eyelashes. And that pretty much darkens up my lash line. Okay, now that we have this nice little wing going on here, I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush and we are just going to kind of darken that up and bring it out. And you can do the V type right here. You can do that as well. Bring some of that up this way. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go to the other side. Let me go back to my little, what did I do with my little brush that I just had? What the heck? It's in my hand. Okay, here we go. Okay. Same thing over here. Just doing about the outer third of that lower lash and bringing it up and out. And I'm going to flip this around again, eyeshadow brush. Now this one I might have a little bit more on than I do on the other side. We will even that out. But basically I just want to kind of keep that darkness. Yeah, I need to put a little more on over here just so that it is evened out. We want to just keep that darkness on the outside edge. Okay, ready to take this off because that's all we needed it for, was the eyes. And there we go. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay. Just blending that out a little bit more. And I'm going to take this tip right here. I'm just barely going right down here on the outer edge, just to smudge that a little bit more. We already put some there, but we're smudging it a little bit more. All right, next we're going to put a little bit of a shimmer here on the lid. This is Soulmate. This dark right here is Cole, C-O-L-E. And this eyeshadow is called Soulmate. Just a little bit of shimmer, which is going to help the hooded eye situation. And last but not least, I'm going to finish up with a little bit of Drift. This color right here. It's a very low shimmer, excuse me. Cold there, have a cold. So we're going to put the Drift right up here. And just right here on my brow bone. Okay, there we go. Now we just need a little mascara, and we will move on to the face. And the mascara that I'm using is by a company called Thrive Cosmetics. It is a tubing mascara, which means it forms little tubules around each lash. And it's great. It does not smudge. It doesn't, let me go down a little bit. It doesn't smudge and it doesn't clump. And it really gives me a lot of length. Okay. And you can put a couple of coats on. Let me go down first. I like to get the tips. There we go. Okay. Eyes are pretty much done. Let's move on to the face. And I'm going to take my little detail brush here. Actually, I'm going to change things up a little bit. I am a little bit red in here. I have a little bit of a color correct shade that I'm going to use right here where I am red. And all I'm doing is just, there's barely anything on here. It is just a little tiny dusting. If you guys are not familiar with this makeup, it is cream. And because it's cream, most people think, oh, it's cream, it's going to be thick and, you know, and hot and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's going to get in your lines and your wrinkles. No. Less is really more with this makeup. Okay, so it looks a little tiny bit orange. That is just to counteract the blue that was in there, okay? Orange and blue, opposite each other on the color wheel. So that's that. I am going to start with a bronzer. I like doing that because when you start with a bronzer, sometimes you don't need very much other foundation at all. So I'm using two bronzers today. I like to mix them. We have high tides and we have tan lines. There are the two bronzers, and I'm gonna just kind of take my blush and bronzer brush right here, and I'm gonna kind of just mix those together. I like to do that. And we're gonna just kind of put a little bit of color on to begin with. This works really well if you're fair and you need to just warm up your complexion a little bit. Okay, look at how much color already that has given me. And it's just a little bit of bronzer. That's it. I'm going to take a little bit right here. I'm not even really probably going to need very much contour because I used a little bit of bronzer. They are different. Contour is just meant to cause a shadow, to create a shadow on your skin, and bronzer is going to warm your skin up. So those are the two differences. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of just my normal foundation that most closely matches my skin color, just like where you see skin. I dipped this one time. There's like almost nothing on my brush. Okay. And I'm just kind of stippling a little bit. This color that I'm using, this shade, is called Athens. Okay. I'm going to brighten a little bit. And we generally want to brighten just the center of our face. So I'm going to take this end of this brush right here, and I'm just going to use a little bit of brightening right here, kind of down the center of my nose, right here on my Cupid's bow and my chin. Next, a little bit under my eyes. I'm not going crazy with brightener underneath my eyes. You almost do not need very much. If you have some darkness underneath your eyes, you can use your color correct, just like I did here. A nice way to do color correct underneath the eyes is to just use your finger and just have the slightest amount, and you are just going to touch it on the area that is dark, okay? Because more than likely, you may cover it with a little bit of your brightener. So you don't need a lot. All I'm doing here is just kind of basically marrying that together, what I just placed right there, so that my center of my face is brightened. And lastly, I will put a little bit of contour on. Okay, contour. I'm going to do my nose, and I'm doing it with my fingers, okay? I'm actually going to put my fingers together. And right along the side. because that's going to leave that space in the middle open. There we go. Just a little bit, because my nose, I need to narrow just a tiny bit. There we go. That is it. And as far as anything here, you don't really see that I have any cheekbones, so I'm going to create some dimension here to make it look like I have some cheekbones. Okay, not much, just a little bit. This contour is called Astoria. And then around the top of my head too, because I have a high forehead. I don't have bangs. So I want to have some dimension. I'm going to just kind of push this up into my hairline. There we go. A little bit under my lip. I want a shadow there too, because my lips are thinning. And with just what I have left on my brush, which is not very much at all, I'm going to do my jaw, and I'm going to kind of come up on this jowl right here. Let me put a little bit more on. I want to come up on that jowl just a little bit. If I have dark on it, it's going to help it to recede or go down, go away, whatever you want to call it, okay? There we go. And because I want this top part, what's on top of it, to come out a little bit. What is light comes forward, and what is dark will recede. Gonna just do a little bit right here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna blend this contour out. Here, I'll do it right now. We're gonna blend it out just a little bit, and we're always going upwards, not to drag the face down. Okay, ready for a little bit of color. And this is called Sandstone. I love this color. Kind of a red brick color. And I have a little bit left on my finger. So we're going to do just like so. Okay. And then I'm topping it with a little bit of Ibiza, which is gonna kind of bring a little more mauve to it. See the difference there? And I'm putting that same Ibiza right in the front. And we're gonna blend that out. Okay. A little bit on my chin. You can go over your nose with it a little bit. Last but not least, I'm going to do a little bit of illuminator. It's going to make my cheekbones a little more prominent because we have dark here. This is our blush, and this will make this part of my cheek come out a little bit more. So don't be afraid, ladies, of contour or illuminator, because at our age, we kind of need it. Now I want my nose again. I'm putting the illuminator on my nose, which is going to help the bridge of my nose come forward. All right, excuse me again. Just got over being sick. So, okay. That's really it. Okay. A little more, let me put another coat of mascara on my eyes. There we go. Finished look. I don't know how long that took. I'm looking at my clock. I don't know exactly what time I even really started, but I would say, you know, probably 20 minutes. I was also teaching, so I did a lot of talking then, and that's got to be added in there. Okay, Ocean Wave looks great, Mindy. I appreciate that demo of contouring the jowls. Yes. We start having those, don't we? And when we get to, you know, this stage in our life, the collagen that our body produces, it's pretty much stopped producing it. So when it doesn't produce it anymore, you lose that tissue, you know, that structure under our skin. And so things start to fall. You get the jowls, you get the turkey neck, okay? You get all of that. Sometimes you get bags underneath the eyes. I don't think I have bags. I have shadows. I have shadows. They're not really bags, but if I put my head a certain way, you can really see the shadow. I can take some demi and go along that trough line right there, but I don't think I need it, okay? I want as little underneath my eyes as I have to put there because I don't want any creasing or anything like that. Another thing that ladies can do when you're mature skin age is, I don't have it, my perfector sponge here, but take a damp perfector sponge and really dampen it, wring it out so that it's just barely wet. Take that perfector sponge and go all completely over your face. Bounce it all over your face. If you have been a little bit heavy-handed on putting on your cream makeup and you have maybe a little bit too much, it will take up any excess that's just kind of sitting there on your skin. It's going to take it up. You know, you can always use a little bit of vanilla dust finishing powder or whatever kind of finishing powder you like. I like Laura Mercier. I like Coty Airspun. I like all of those. And let's see, I'm going to try your technique. I've been using bronzer. Bronzer does help my neck recede a little. It does. It does. And I have been really liking using the bronzer first because it just gives you a little bit of color. And sometimes, now it's nighttime here. It is what, 7:30, 7:50. My time thing on my phone is covered up by a little light. But yeah, I have a ring light. I had to put a light on since I'm doing this at night. I needed the light. But generally, I just put my makeup on in the daytime, and there's a big difference, okay? Yeah, big difference in whether you, you know, have your makeup on, you're putting it on in regular light, which is just daylight coming in from a window, and a ring light. But doing this at night, I had to do a ring light tonight. So you'll have to catch me on either Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. And I have plenty of reels and other lives that I have posted. And you'll see more demos if you're interested on, just what I do to put my makeup on, because I still have the lines and the wrinkles and the scarring. I still have all of that. You will too, unless you go and have things surgically done, or you can get skin treatments. And I am a big promoter of that. Okay, I have had radio frequency microneedling several times. I've had some oh, what do I want to say? Just this, I can't think of the word of it right now, but yeah, I've had a couple of those. I've had quite a few of those. Not in a year. It's been at least a year since I've had anything done. And, they do cost a lot of money. So you have to kind of balance. Is it worth the cost? I look at it this way. Yes, I have a lot of deep wrinkles. You can tell which side of the bed that I'm a side sleeper, and I have slept on this side for 60 years. Okay, you can tell. You can look at somebody and you can just tell. That is why this eye is drooping more than this one. That is why I have deeper wrinkles on this side. That's why this smile line is more pronounced than this one. It almost isn't any, there isn't one over here. So as we age, yeah, those things are going to continue to happen. But ladies, you do not have to give up looking your best. You can put on a little bit of cream makeup, a little bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of mascara, and you look in the mirror and you just feel good about yourself. At least that's how I feel. And that's what I want to convey to other women. If you go on some of my other channels and you look at my stories, you're going to notice that this week I posted a lot of stuff about domestic violence victims. I have met so many women that have gone through that and have survived. And let me tell you, it is something I don't ever take lightly. I support these women. I love them. And some of them are so just broken that they just don't wear any makeup. They don't feel like they even deserve to look pretty. So when you put makeup on somebody like that, it is absolutely life-changing for them and for me. So yes, October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If you know someone that would love to have a tutorial video or something, send this to them, okay? Send the videos to them and let them see. And if you have somebody you want to make me aware of and I can reach out to them, I would love to do that. So, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. And I just wanted to come on tonight and just do a little bit just so you all could just see how easy this is, how easy and quick, and what a difference it makes. Okay? So everyone have a great night. I will see you on my next live. Bye now.